Hey guys, it's Mrs. Aki, and we're here to take notes over one-step equations in our notebooks. So if you don't have your notebook out, your graph paper notebook out, ready to go, please pause this video and do so. All right, thank you for being prepared. So let's go over how I grade notes really quickly. I do want you guys to use the Cornell style notes. That's where you have this, that top line, that bottom line, and that vertical line that connects them. You probably won't need this much space, but for your summary. But here's what I expect. Here's how you get a 1 on your notes, because I do grade them. I do expect to see the title, and I do expect to see your essential question, your EQ is what I'm going to call it, essential question. And I have those posted on the right after the target in every video, the title and essential question right there that you're just going to copy down. That's a 1. How you get a 2 on your notes right here is what's content you have in here. So inside I am looking for keywords. I am looking for examples. Today I have 9 examples that I want to see in here. And a big thing, and even bigger, the biggest thing I expect to see here is those on your own problems. I think you have 4 today at the end of this. I expect to see those things in this center section right here. Okay, that's how you get a 2. Here's how you get a 3. I expect to see on the left side of your paper main ideas. I expect to see key questions. This is how you get a 3. And here's how you get a 4. This bottom half, I want you to answer the essential question, and that's how you get a 4. Okay, make sure today in class when we're going through this video, you are asking questions if you don't understand how to take notes, okay, or what I'm expecting in the notes. My PowerPoint slides are all going to be in the same format. I'm going to have that title. I'm going to have that vertical line that splits the page up with how to get a 2 and how to get a 3. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So you should be titling and you should be writing down your essential question. For this first section, we have 4 main ideas that we are going over. That's the addition property of equality, the subtraction property of equality, multiplication property of equality, and division property of equality. I do expect to see these 4 things written on the left side of your paper. If at all in this video I am going way too fast for you, you have the power of the pause button. So you pause, you write it down, and you play when you're ready. Okay, so the lesson is in your hands now to go as fast or as slow as you need it to go. Okay, so to sum up what addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division property of equality says, it says if you add, subtract, multiply, or divide on one side of the equation, remember equations always have equal signs and they always have variables. And variables are the ones that are like x's, y's, a, b, c's. Those are all variables. So an equation has equal signs and variables. What you do to one side of that equal sign, you have to do to the other. If you add 1 to one side of the equal sign, you have to add 1 to the other. If you multiply by 1 to one side, you have to multiply by the 1 on the other side. Okay, it's that balance, equality, that balance. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our examples. Again, if I am going too quick at any point, you pause the video and you play when you're ready. All right, we have 9 examples that you are going to be putting into your notebook, okay? I want to see these 9 examples. Be diligent about the easy things now before you get to the hard. Okay, so we're looking at keeping all the equations balanced like that, like a scale. Okay, what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So let's go ahead and look at example 1. All right, we want to get b by itself. because we want in the end for it to say b equals. B is our variable. Okay, in order to get b by itself, to isolate b, we have to undo this addition. And how do you undo addition? By taking away. What we do to one side, here's our two sides where the equal signs are. What we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we're going to take away 2. There should be 2 of those there. All right, b still exists. Positive 2 minus 2 is 0. Negative 5 minus 2 is negative 7. B equals negative 7. All right, 2. Okay, we want it at the end to say g equals variable all by itself equals. Okay, here's our two sides of our equation. How do we undo subtraction? We undo subtraction with addition. So 1.7, 1.7, oops, 1.7. Now, let's go ahead. G plus nothing is G. Negative 1.7 plus 1.7 is G. Negative 1.9 plus 1.7. Okay, here's where you're remembering your rules from last year. Which one is bigger, 0.9 or 1.7? 1.7 is bigger, so it's going to be positive. And now we are going to do 1.9 minus, 1.7 minus 0.9. Okay, I'm going to have to borrow. 17 minus 9 is 8. 0 minus 0, okay, 0.8. Awesome, we're done. Positive 0.8. G equals positive 0.8. All right, 3. Okay, we wanted to say k equals at the end. How do you undo addition? You undo addition with subtraction, so take away 3. Take away 3. Negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. K equals negative 6. And then this plus 3 minus 3 is 0. So all we have left is k. All right. Now we're getting into this irrational number. Pi is an irrational one. Okay, r is our variable, not pi. R equals is what we want to have. How do you undo subtraction? With addition. So we're going to add pi. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Add pi. Negative pi plus pi is 0, leaving r. And pi plus pi is 2 pi. Not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and go to number 5. We're going to add 1/4 to both sides. Remember, if I'm going too quick, you pause your video, take your time. Okay, t minus 1/4 plus 1/4 is just t. Okay. Negative 3/4 plus 1/4. Which one is bigger, 3/4 or 1/4? 3/4 is bigger, so it's going to be a negative. And now we're going to do 3/4 minus 1/4, which is 2/4, which equals negative 1/2. Great. All right, 6. I'm obviously moving on to the more challenging ones, okay? So 6, we're going to take away 5.6, take away 5.6. We will have z left over because those two cancel out, and 5.6 minus 5.6 is 0. Negative 8 minus 5.6 is going to be a bigger negative, and the bigger negative is negative 13.6. Remember, if they're the same sign, they're both minuses. Okay, if they're the same sign, add them together and keep the sign. So 8 plus 5.6 is 13.6, and keep that negative sign. All right, 7. 7's an easier problem. How do you undo division? You undo division with multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. Y equals negative times positive is negative, and 7 times 4 is 28. All right, 6. How do you undo? Here's your variable with x. How do you undo a multiplication of pi? You divide by pi, divide by pi. All right, pi divided by pi is 1. So this is going to say 6 times 1, or just 6, equals x. Last but not least, 9. How do you undo multiplication? Division, so 0.09 divided by 0.09, and we will get w equals, because 0.09 divided by 0.09 is 1. Okay, 1.8 divided by 0.09 is 20. All right, now you're going to move on to those on your own problems. I do expect to see these in your notes. Please pause this video and resume when you're ready to check your answers. Not to copy my answers, to check your answers. You need to be trying this on your own, and then you play the video. Thank you for pausing your video, and let's go ahead and go over the answers to this on your own problems. All right, for number 1, you should have got t equals -14. For number 2, you should have got d equals, ooh, this one was a harder one, -pi. 3, make sure you undid that multiplication right here with s, and that's dividing by, so s equals -5, or you can have -5 equals s, they're the same thing. 4, you should undo this multiplication here with division, and you should have got j equals 12. All right, what I do need you to do now is, here's how you get your 4, is answer the essential question. Then there's a checkpoint that you are going to take that's in Schoology, the next assignment, and that will help me decide what textbook problems you are using. Okay, so your notes should be complete. You should be answering this essential question out, and then you should move on to the checkpoint. Thanks, guys.